Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable Podcast. It is March the 3rd, 3-3, and it's a Tuesday. So I thought I'd come on and you know what? Just forget about everything, all the craziness going on in the world. Since the last time I was on last week, we're in a war. What the hell? Oh my God, who would ever thought, right? I could expect certain things to happen every day. And the mail comes, you know, uh, Coco and Katie are cute. Uh, things happen every day in my world. I never thought we'd have a war. What the hell? What the hell? Anyway, you know what? I pray for everybody that they're safe. Our soldiers, please be safe. I have family out there. And that's all I'm going to say. I have family. So I'm praying for him who's in the military now. So, I just thought I'd come on and we talk a few minutes and we forget about things for about, a little bit, laugh a little. Sometimes you need that. I've been listening to the news like almost 24 hours a day now. And I'm just, you want to keep up with things because things change. But by the same token, you get depressed and you think, oh, dude, what now? What now? What's going to happen? Sometimes you need a break from it. And I think a good break is me. Anyway, so let's talk about stuff. So, um, there's really no good birthdays today. The day is sort of bleh, bleh, bleh. The only good thing I would say today is National Cold Cuts Day. Cold cuts. Now, when I think of cold cuts, bologna, salami, ham, that sort of thing. And I gotta say, I gotta say, I'm giving myself a little plug here. For everybody out there in the world watching me, the best place to get a cold cut, get a sandwich, we call it hoagie here around Philadelphia. Not subs, it's subs. Zaps, submarines, or whatever. We call them hoagies here around Philadelphia. Hey, hoagies, hey. Along with the cheesesteaks, soft pretzels, and everything very Philadelphian shit. Hoagies. Well, around where I live, the suburbs of Philadelphia, there's a place called the Italian Market, Italian Bakery, Collegeville Italian Bakery. How could I forget that? I could because I'm 118 years old. Yeah. The Collegeville Italian Bakery. Collegeville was right up the road from me. And yes, there's a college in Collegeville. So it's the best place. If you want a hoagie, go there. If you want to meet nice people, go there. They have pictures on the walls, just like Groman's Chinese Theater. And I'm on there. I'm on there too. And I'll be going there April 18th, Saturday, April 18th from 12 to 3 to promote my book. So if you're around the area, stop in and say hi. Grab a hoagie. You could sit down there and eat with me right there at the table. Oh, what a treat. Or you can take it to go. A hoagie. So it's a great place. I'll tell you what, I can't eat everything that I used to eat on a hoagie when I was a kid. I used to put tomatoes on there. Can't do that anymore. Acid reflux disease. Onions, peppers, can't do that anymore. The bowels. All that good stuff that I used to put on there on my hoagie, I can't do it anymore. The salami, the capicola, all kinds of lunch meats, Can't do it anymore. So what's left? I know what they call it, the American classic. There's really nothing to it. Bologna, ham, and lettuce. That's it. Well, okay, there's more to it. There's the tomatoes. There's all the stuff I can't have. So when I order a hoagie, I say, hold this, hold that, hold that. There's nothing left but the freaking bud. So, or roll. Uh, so all it is, when I get a hoagie anymore, it's just bologna, ham, no cheese. I could have cheese, but I don't like it. Ham, bologna, and a lot of lettuce. You just put a lot of lettuce on there. Uh, Salt, pepper, whatever, and I'm good to go. Instead, they look at me like I have three heads. That's it? That's all you have on your hoagie? Yeah, that's about it. So anyway, uh, yeah, so it's cold cut then. So do yourself a favor. Don't cook tonight. Just go somewhere. Order out, get yourself some cold cuts, or maybe go to the Wawa, buy yourself some cold cuts, bake it up yourself, and you just enjoy, right? Enjoy. Oh my God, I got all this on my timeline, on my feeds on social media. It's the end of the world. It's oh Jesus, because in a world what's going on. So I'm like, really? We just got over the pandemic. You know, that was like the twilight zone. Who would ever thought we would be in the house for all that time, not being able to go out anywhere? It was like the twilight zone when you think about it. Now we're back in the twilight zone again because you have all these. I don't know if you would say kooks, but they could be. But people are saying end of the world, end of the world. Yeah. If it's going to be the end of the world, then I'm going to eat what I want to eat, like my hoagie. I'm gonna have a hoagie. Anyway, so what else is going on? Hey, did you hear about this thing at the movies now? They're going to start to have like reservations for movies. Like when you go to the ball game, you have like you can sit in the upper deck, lower deck, right field, infield, whatever. You have a choice, right? You buy a ticket. That's what it's turning into at the movies. It's going to be like reserved seating. So for a fee, of course, everything is this. Uh, you know, you could become like a member of your local theater, and so you get the first dibs. If you want to sit center up a little, wherever, you get the first choice of tickets if you want to go see blah blah blah. So that's what it's turning into, you know. I mean, they should be paying us to go to the movies, paying us to go to the movies, because more or less you could just sit home and watch whatever you want practically, you know? But in order to get out and have popcorn and see it on the big screen with all the sound around you and everything, you know, that's the experience, I guess. I haven't really found a movie lately that I really wanted to see, like really bad, like I had to pee myself that bad, you know? I gotta see this movie or else I'll die. You know, I haven't found a movie like that lately. Seriously. So, you know what? In a couple of years, when those Beatle biopics come out, then I'll go. By then they'll have the reserved seating. Of course, it doesn't apply to me because I'm in the wheelchair. I gotta sit where they have me anyway, right? The special seating, so it doesn't matter. Hey, do you hear what's going on over in England right now about chocolate? Chocolate. The chocolate over there is very, very scarce. People are, because the price of cocoa is out of this world now. as is most things in life. But especially in England, do you know a chocolate bar? Like what are your Hershey, like really the nice big bar? $3 a piece. $3 a piece over in England. I don't know how much it costs over here. I haven't had a good chocolate bar in a long time. I'm trying to lose a little weight. See this giblet under my knuckle? I'm trying to lose it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. But $3. So you know what's happening over in England? People are stealing chocolate because it's like diamonds. No, seriously. Groups of people are running around in the stores. They're running in, they're grabbing the chocolate bars and they're taking them away and they're stealing them. They're not paying for them and they're selling them on the open market. So, what the what the storekeepers have to do now is they got to lock their chocolate up, either in glass cases where the counter person actually has a key to unlock the chocolate, grab a bar, you pay for it, you go. That's what's happening because they've got gangs of probably young thugs. I don't think we have gangs of 80-year-olds running around stealing chocolate. I'm just saying, but there are people running around in England stealing chocolate and reselling it on the open market. So how about them apples, huh? How about them chocolate? Yeah, well, that's what's happening. So oh well, you know what? Hey, we might as well do this. The last couple times I've been on, we've been talking baseball because we're getting close to the baseball season. The World Baseball Classic is starting up soon. I think this week. And a lot of our Phillies are in it. And Team USA is going to be playing. And it's a big deal for a couple weeks, And then we start our regular baseball season. So I've been giving you my thoughts on the divisions. And we started with American League West. I told you I think Seattle Mariners are going to win that division. In fact, I think Seattle Mariners are going to win the whole American League and get to the World Series. National League West, Dodgers. How can you not pick the Dodgers? I mean, they're like I said before, they're like Godzilla trampling over these little teams. The Godzilla flattening the little people in Tokyo. And so Dodgers, American League Central, Tigers. National League Central, my upset of the year, the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, Cincinnati. And then now I figured, hey, we only have two more divisions, American League East, National League East, where our Phillies are. Well, let's do American League East. That way, next time, I'll talk about National League East, and I'll let you know whether I think the Phillies are going to win their division or American League East. Well, you got the Yankees over there, and they're practically running back the same team, kind of like the Phillies are doing. You still have Aaron Judge, who is like in his prime. He's like Godzilla himself, he's like a monster. Great. They're getting some injured pitchers back. Garrett Cole, Max Fried. Their bullpen is so. It's not that good. But the Yankees are the Yankees. Now you also have Toronto, the Blue Jays, the team that made it to the World Series last year, and almost freaking beat the Dodgers in the World Series. They should be good again, but they lost a few. They lost Bo Bichette. They lost some people. So are they going to be able to make that up? I don't know. Or was it sort of I would say lucky, or was it like a blimp on the radar screen that the Blue Jays won the American League last year? I don't know. I'll tell you. Then you got the Orioles. You should have a big bounce back year. The Orioles sucked last year. They sucked. And they have all these talented young players. Gunnar Henderson, a lot of good young players. but they just didn't show up last year. But I think they're going to bounce back. And then you got the Tampa Bay Rays. Never ever count Tampa Bay out, even though they look like their team kind of sucks. Look like the other teams in their division are better. Somehow, some way, Tampa Bay always seems to be in the hunt. You know, I don't know what it is. They're just there. You know, but my pick to win the American League East this year is the Boston Red Sox. You heard it here first. And they're like plus 600 or plus 300 in Vegas. They're like the third place team in the division. But I think Boston's going to win because they have my boy Ranger Suarez on their team now. And they got Sonny Gray, who they got from St. Louis. Contreras, they got from St. Louis. I mean, this team is loaded. They have a decent bullpen. You know, they're not the best of hitters, but yeah, they're okay. I like pitching. When it comes down to it, Garrett Crochet is their ace. He's the guy, one of the guys the Phillies should have got a couple years ago. Hello, McFly. Phillies, Garrett Crochet. We could have got him from the White Sox. Boston got him, and he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. So I don't know. I just get, the rivalry between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Oh, it's they're at each other's throats. And I just think Boston, I think the Blue Jays are going to take a step back. I think Boston's going to take the division this year. I really am. Not that I like Boston. I hate them. In fact, I hate everything Boston. I hate the cheating, rotten Patriots. I hate the stinking Celtics, the big, bad, stinking Bruins. Ugh. But I gotta say, I think the Red Sox are going to have a good year. And if they don't win the division, I think they're going to get into the playoffs like they did last year. So I like the Red Sox to win the division. There you go. All right. So next time we will talk about the National League East and the Phillies. Hey, I gotta tell you a quick story before I go. So I was at the doctor yesterday, right? It was my new kidney, a urologist, kidney stone guy. He was a really nice guy, too. It's the first time I ever met him. And I'm glad he's going to be my doctor going forward. Because one of the reasons why I liked him is not only is he good at kidneys, or, healing kidneys, or whatever he wants to say, but he is a sports fan. So as soon as I got in there, of course, I had an Eagles hoodie on yesterday. What else would I wear? And he made a comment, oh, we didn't have a good year. Duh, I know, we didn't. So we got to talking, and he said, neither did my alma mater, Ohio State. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to like this guy. He's a football fan, and he likes sports. So, yeah, we talk kidneys, of course. Yeah, we talk kidneys. But we also talk sports. And he said, I attitude. I said, all right. He said, I went to church yesterday, which was Sunday. And the guy, he lives on the main line, as most of the doctors do. Hoity-toity, rich guy, he's on the main line. Nice guy, rich guy. So far be it from the little hovel where I live with my little family. Anyway, so he's going to church there at Villanova. Villanova has a beautiful, beautiful church on campus there where the Pope was. Pope Leo went to Villanova. He was a student there. Pope Leo went to Villanova. And the Pope has been in that church. I'm just saying. Anyway, so my doctor said he's sitting in the back with his wife. And, certain times during the Catholic service, the mass, you have to stand up. So he said, right in front of him, a couple pews in front of him, this lady, kind of like a normal height, stands up. No big deal, no big deal. And then this guy next to her stands up, and he's up and up and up. This is the way my doctors describe it. Up. He said, "This is like the most gigantic man I have ever seen in my life." And my doctor is 6'1". So, but compared to my doctor, this guy is like a giant. So he's like, what the hell? How big is this guy? And he said, he's not just tall and thin and skinny. I mean, he's solid too. He's really a big, big guy. So to make a long story short, my, my doctor's wife took a picture of this guy because they didn't know who he was. And I guess it's not right, you don't take a picture in church, but they couldn't believe it. They never seen a guy the size of this, like Paul Bunyan or something. Take a picture of the guy, and then he's wearing a hoodie to church. Now, back in my day, you wore a suit and tie if you were a guy to church. What the hell? You don't go to church like a bum. Yeah, you wear a suit and tie. You wear some good clothes. Come on. Anyway, they get out of the church, and the doc is keeping his eye on this guy because he wants to know who he is, right? They get outside the church. He goes over to him. He asks who he is, and the guy answers, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, 7'2", center for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid. Can you believe it? Well, right now, Joel Embiid is on the injured list because he hurt his oblique or something, so he's out 3 games. He was out when the Sixers played Sunday. He's out tonight when the Sixers play the Spurs, and he'll be out the next game the Sixers play too. So the doc says, oh, well, I'm sorry, I heard you're injured, blah, blah, blah. Joel said, oh, thank you. And, yeah, just shooting the breeze there, like all buddies. So, Joel Embiid, who would ever thought? I didn't even know Joel Embiid was Catholic. Maybe he's not. Maybe he just goes to any church, whatever. Because I would think Embiid goes on the hoity-toity, the main line too, where all the rich people live. But who would have ever thought? Think about it. You go to your church, your chapel, your synagogue, whatever, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, a sports star shows up like magic right in front of you. So he showed me a picture. He took a picture with Embiid, and he showed me the picture. And he showed me the picture they took in church of Embiid standing up in the church pew. And it looks like he's all going all the way up to the freaking roof, Anyway, the Sixers do have a giant coming to town tonight, even taller than Joel Embiid. This Victor Wembanyama guy. San Antonio Spurs, 7'4". Can you believe it? 7'4"? Ay, ay, ay. He's coming in tonight to play the Sixers. I think he's going to be pissed off because the Spurs lost to the Knicks on Sunday. Spurs don't lose too many games. They're really good. And Wembley got, they didn't do too good. So I think he's going to come in a vengeance tonight. Plus the Sixers, without Embiid, they suck when it comes to rebounding. Like Boston, they played Boston Sunday. Boston out rebounded their asses somewhere like 59-34 or something. Just killed them on the glass. Killed them. So I would expect this 7'4" Victor Wembanyama to really kill the Sixers. So I'm saying, if you're a betting man, I would put a few shekels on Victor to get at least 12 rebounds tonight. I think that's the line. 11.5 and 12 rebounds, something like that. I would be surprised if he got 18 or 20. I looked it up last year sometime. Wembanyama played against the Sixers. I don't know if Embiid played or not. He had 33 points and 18 rebounds that night. That was a good night. Jeez. I would be surprised if he had a kind of a similar game, but anyway, so for a guy who can get 18 rebounds a game against a team who really doesn't have a center, I mean, he is a standing in the basket all night and just ho hum. Yeah, shot misses. He just puts one arm up and grabs it. Well, one hand, like this, snatches it. So I would say you should have a winner. You should have Victor Wembanyama, 12 rebounds. All right. I guess that's about it. We killed about a good 15, 20 minutes. Huh? Huh? Hey, at least it took your mind off of other crap going on in the world, right? And that's the point. Uh, Everybody just hang in there, you know? Things gotta get better. We gotta have some positivity around, you know? I tell you, we need more love, we need more compassion, and we need more kindness in the world. We don't need more killings and war and suffering. We don't need that. Life is tough enough as it is without having war, right? Oh my God. So let's hope it ends soon. And let's hope things start to turn a little bit more positive. So that would be refreshing, wouldn't it? Just when summer's coming up and we're going to be celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country, and good times are on the horizon. So let's think positive. Let's hope for the best. And I'm praying for all of our soldiers over there. May you stay healthy and safe over there. Okay. So, all right, everybody, take care. Peace and love. Peace especially, and love. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. See you later. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.